Decorated middle blocker David Smith is one of 10 Olympians playing for Team USA in the 2023 Volleyball Nations League, which is the premier international volleyball tournament. Now, for week 3 of the competition, the VNL is down at Anaheim at the Convention Center from July 4th through the 9th. Ahead of homecoming, here's our Chris Hayrie, who sat down with Smith, a UC Irvine alum, who had this to say about the battle that he's had on and off the court.
VNL Volleyball Nations League is just an annual tournament with the top national teams from all around the world. So it's a great opportunity for us to play the best competition there is.
The best teams in the world are all in this tournament. We travel around the world, playing in great arenas. Everybody's bringing their best. It now has some implication on the Olympic qualification process, so everybody's all in.
One of the nice wrinkles this year is that part of this is going to be right in your backyard. It's in Anaheim. Tell me about that aspect of it.
We haven't even had a domestic match in a long time, so to be able to bring it back not only to the U.S. but to Anaheim, where we train a lot of Southern California guys on the team. It's a special thing when you can actually look in the stands and see people you love supporting you and cheering and enjoying the moment with you.
It's a tremendous opportunity, and hopefully we have a great fan base and a lot of people come out, because if that happens, we'll probably have more events like this here in Southern California. So we're hoping that this builds some momentum for more events here.
I know for people who love the game of volleyball, they're always asking when's an opportunity that we can come actually see the best of the best in the world play against each other, and here it is, you know.
We talk about overcoming adversity in sport, and you were born with severe hearing loss.
Yeah.
How did that affect how you played the sport, how you approached the sport, and how have you overcome that to be this decorated volleyball player I talk to now?
For me, having hearing loss is just part of life. Like that, I don't know how to experience life in any other way other than being hard of hearing. There have been things I've had to overcome. A lot of it's just people don't really have a lot of opportunities to communicate with people or interact with people that have hearing loss. So I'm usually the first person they have. So a lot of people are nervous. They don't know how to approach that situation. So for me, it was almost incumbent on me to kind of bring my own personality and show that I'm very capable on the soccer field, on the volleyball court, on the basketball court, baseball field, whatever I did. You know, like, you don't have to think of me as the best kid. Just I'm the kid that I'm a teammate, just like anybody else.
In what ways do you think it's actually made you a better player or a better teammate, let's say?
Typical example is we have a David Smith rule. John Farrell started it. I was his athlete back in UC Irvine, and he's national team coach now. But David Smith's rule was basically if the ball goes up in the air and I see it and I call it, I'm not going to be able to hear my other teammates call me off. So it's my ball. So it's my ball. But you can't allow that to happen unless I have good ball control. So if I'm calling a ball and I'm going to just toss it out of bounds every single time, you're not going to have the David Smith rule, because you're basically going to be giving the other team a point. So I've had to work hard on myself, like make sure that that's going to be the best ball that I can possibly set to give my teammate an opportunity to take a swing and get a point for us.
First and foremost, a great person, incredible character. You've mentioned his hearing loss. I don't really even think about it anymore, because he's adapted so well. The team's adapted so well around him. He's made himself such a complete volleyball player that you don't even notice that it's an issue anymore. And that's really a testament to his work ethic, how professional he is, how he's just really made himself an incredible international volleyball player.
There are things in life that might seem difficult, that might seem like too big of a challenge to approach, but I think if you approach it with a good work ethic, work hard, and just enjoy and love what you do, I think there's a lot of opportunity that you can take there.
Like being an Olympian.
Yeah.
You talk about a true inspiration, that's exactly what he is. You better believe it. And at 38 years old, David is still on top of his game. As for the Volleyball Nations League, the Southern California stop begins on Tuesday at the Anaheim Convention Center with the start of pool play. And if you have the 4th of July, you have some plans, don't worry, my friends, because Team USA doesn't begin play until a day later. That's when they face Cuba. They also play Argentina, France, and Bulgaria. All games are at 8:30 in the evening.